A nearby volunteer fire department claims the fires are not in their district and they don't want to come help. Hey, this is Billy Goldfeder answering some questions for you as part of our What's Your Problem series hosted by FireRescue1.com and Lexipol. Here's today's question. How do you handle a nearby volunteer fire department that refuses to respond to a working house fire because it's outside their district? Well, that sounds like a question from the 1940s or 50s. I would hope at this stage of the game that there are mutual aid agreements that exist amongst the various organizations in your county or in your province or whatever you have that takes care of that problem. We'll go through a couple of scenarios. Now, are they refusing to respond because they're volunteers and don't want to go outside and they're just too busy, or they're tired or sleeping? Or are they refusing administratively? We are not responding outside our territory. Again, you'd have to answer that. So the first one is, and I've covered this before, if volunteers don't want to volunteer, go away. Stop coming around. Don't come around once in a while. Leave. Leave the organization to those who are thoroughly engaged, who truly are dedicated, who want to make a difference, who want to respond and assist people. All right, so that's one if you've got that problem. Now, administratively, if legally they can't leave their district, I don't like that, but I understand that. You may be in a state where if there's no mutual aid agreement, they cannot leave there because they're not protected from liability, they're not protected from whatever it may be. I do know that in certain large-scale situations, when FEMA looks at reimbursement, they look to see if there are mutual aid agreements. If you go to help another jurisdiction and there's no mutual aid agreement, you may or may not get reimbursement in that case. So I'm not saying that's your case here. I'm saying that that's a possibility. So the first step, is it a leadership issue? Secondly, is it a membership issue? They're just not turning out? Or is it a legal issue? And it's a legal issue. You know what? My heart tells me to go to the fire, but the law says I can't. The law is right. You've got to protect the organization. You've got to protect the liability and protect the people that you are responsible for. So I'm not saying don't go on mutual aid. I'm saying make sure you got your ducks in a row before you do it. And maybe that's the situation this volunteer fire department's in. Ask the legal folks if it is a legal issue. And if you want them to respond and they want to respond, then come up with a mutual aid agreement that meets your state's requirements. Anyway, email Fire Rescue 1 your questions. I'll be very glad to help you find solutions or solve whatever problems you have. Thanks.